Good morning everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be continuing from where we left off with Objective Meridian. If you haven't already, please make sure that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And if you like today's content, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel and I appreciate it. Thanks everyone, and let's get underway.
Enemy artillery incoming!
Push up! We need to get off this beach. We're sitting Banthus out here.
Got something for ya!
Gotta watch for those healers that keep these strong ones from being able to be killed easily.
Wish we could hit Axial Park while we're here. Bet I could find some nice cuttings for my garden.
You're approaching the main Republic defensive line. Be prepared for heavy resistance.
We'll avoid as much as we can. Getting into those ambushes with that heroic moment is not advisable unless I want to keep a major Omri in heal mode for the entire time. this, though, she will need to be, most definitely. Major Andre not here, I really didn't want to waste my heroic moment, but I guess I'm not have a choice. She's finally decided to join us down here. like the Green Jedi have recovered since the loss of their council. But then again, a lot can happen in 5 years. Or actually, however long it's been. I was in Carbonite for 5 years, and then it just doesn't say how long has passed in the storyline now. During our war with the Eternal Empire, it could have been years. Who knows?
You're near the industrial monorail that services the spire. If it is still operational, it will be the fastest way inside.
Yeah, but first I have to get past these Jedi.
Incoming!
You defile our home!
Force sensitive terrain.
I'm channeling the Force into you. Let it rejuvenate you.
That's exactly why you're going to be the first to die. I'm not going to let you keep Ah, finally a new, better weapon.
Incoming! Hands up!
Don't shoot! I'm a pacifist.
Who are you?
I'm Theron Cedrax. Obviously. Preeminent expert in exotechnology and senior design engineer for this facility.
Theron, huh? Don't you have a buddy named Theron?
Another Theron? He probably spells it the stupid way. Presumably, you're here to seize control of the facility? Or perhaps to sabotage the defensive
He
systems?
was a Jedi Knight companion, if I remember correctly.
Make yourself useful or you're dead.
I would love to make a grand speech about never giving up and choosing death over dishonor, but the truth is, the situation is out of my hands. All defensive systems, shields, anti-aircraft guns, and so on, have been transferred to the secondary control station near the top of the spire. All of this equipment is useless now. So there's really nothing to be accomplished here, and nothing I can help you with.
Commander,
Apparently the shield controls have been transferred to another control center higher up in the spire.
is that so?
None of the computers will respond, my lord, and I'm seeing some lightsaber burns over here.
That was the Jedi, Tau Adair. She's commanding the last of the facility's guards. She severed the connection as soon as control was transferred, then headed upstairs.
Then we have our target. Commander, on Ossus, we united our strength to crush the Jedi who tried to oppose the Empire. It's time we repeated that triumph. Join me, and together we will win a victory for the Empire that will change the course of the galaxy forever.
Together we'll be unstoppable.
Major, hold this position, no matter the cost.
Yes, my lord. And what about him?
He's a useful hostage. The Republic will have to hold back if their top scientist might get caught in the crossfire.
Good thinking.
I should have stayed on Nar Shaddaa.
We'll keep you covered. Good luck up there. Moving out.
Hold it! Oh no.
Steady. Fear is a deadly weapon, but only if you let them have it.
Afraid or not, you'll die all the same.
We've got your back, Tau.
Fools! Not one of you could hope to defeat us.
You're not fighting one of us. You're fighting all of us.
Then you will all die.
Can't beat us when we stand together! The Force is with me! Act as one! We can win!
You are beaten. Your shipyard will be obliterated. Your Republic will crumble. And your fellow Jedi will be hunted to extinction. Your destruction is inevitable.
As inevitable as gravity!
Catastrophic structural damage detected. Evacuation protocols recommended.
I'm disabling the shields now.
Warning. Defensive shields have been disabled. Warning.
Raven to command. The shields are down. We're evacuating now.
All ships, target the Meridian complex. Fire! Objective complete. All forces regroup and evacuate to RV Point Orek.
Another successful operation.
Commander, allow me to congratulate you on a job well done. Your victory on Corellia is an incomparable testament to your value as an ally of the Empire. Rumors suggest great things are soon to come for you. Do enjoy, and your rewards are well earned.
Thank you, NRO2. I'm glad to have helped.
Farewell, Commander.
It was skillfully done, to be sure. You truly embody the finest aspects of the Sith doctrine.
Coordination and focus gave us this victory. When we fight as one united empire, we cannot fail.
Do not forget, our unity extended beyond even our own empire. Commander, you are a welcome sight. Do join us.
With their shipyard destroyed, the Republic has already retreated from countless worlds.
We've been watching in real time. Terribly entertaining.
I will develop plans to extend our lines and claim the most valuable of these territories in a matter of weeks.
A shame that Malgus couldn't enjoy the fruits of his efforts.
His recovery will take some time, but rest assured he will return to the fold soon enough.
Wonderful.
Victory over our ancient enemies grows closer by the minute.
It's been an honor to help the Empire win this victory.
That is good to hear. We should speak in private, Commander. The rest of you are dismissed. Despite our victory, I find that the Dark Council is best used for administrative purposes, and not to conducting critical wartime activities. The Empire needs an organization capable of rapid, decisive action, operating outside the Dark Council's purview. A group answering directly to me. My predecessor had such a group, the Hand, though its members were insane, murderous fanatics. I will construct my own Hand, formed of the Empire's best and most loyal frontline personnel. My first choice would be to recruit the Hand's initial ranks from your alliance. To have Odessen officially join the Empire and your members become full citizens. Covert operations will be split out of Darth Zarian's intelligence organization and placed under your direct supervision as Keeper. Of course, you may forego all of this and maintain your alliance's independence if you choose. I would still have you working directly with my hand rather than the Dark Council. The choice is yours. Will you return to the Empire, or remain the Alliance commander?
The Empire is where I belong. The Alliance will become your hand, and I will be your keeper.
Excellent. I will begin the necessary preparations at once. In Malgus's absence, I will have to find another suitable liaison. I look forward to seeing the results of our new relationship. Farewell.
With our loyalty to the Empire, it just feels right to return to it. On the Bounty Hunter, then perhaps we'll maintain independence because that seems the wisest choice for a Bounty Hunter, but for the Imperial agent, rejoining the Empire seems to be the best move.
I don't care. The body count is too high.
This is war. Deaths are inevitable.
I don't believe that. Krovos made a choice. And that's the team we're on now.
Deal with it, Darren.
I know you didn't pull the trigger on all those civilians, but you're supporting the people who did. I want to trust you.
Just killed you.
But it doesn't seem like we can trust them.
A spy really should be more flexible.
Mm.
I've made arrangements for a bit of redecorating on Odessen, but it will take some time before we're issued enough banners, uniforms, and so on. But that can all wait, I suppose. I'm told there's quite a raucous party up in the officers' lounge. Would you care to be the star guest? Yes, that's a much better idea.
Hey, thanks again for finding me that bottle.
Of course. If you need anyone to share it...
Count on it. Mind if I borrow him a minute?
I'll find you later.
Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Osus wasn't even that long ago. We've already made it through so much. That's war, I suppose. Still, most grunts aren't lucky enough to work with the deadliest fighter in the entire galaxy. Which reminds me, too bad you didn't join the bet. You'd have won for sure.
How about that time alone we were talking about?
Gonna have to wait, I'm afraid. I actually came to talk about something else. Back on Corellia, I didn't actually make it out with the rest of the shuttles. Got caught under some falling debris and all the chaos. I wouldn't have made it out at all if they hadn't lent me a hand.
Who?
An old ally you never met.
You're the one who tried to kill me on Mek-Shah.
Don't take it personally.
It was a test. Nothing more.
A test you actually passed.
Scourge
what
is
are you
the former
talking
Emperor
about?
Hand and
I
hand
am
of the
Lord
Jedi Knight, as is Kira
Scourge,
Carson,
once a loyal servant
the
of the
apprentice of the
Empire.
Jedi Knight.
Kira Carson, Jedi Knight. Not thrilled to be here.
All three of us have fought the same enemy. The former Sith Emperor, Tenebrae, Vitiate, Valkorian, whatever you wish to call him. We know he was once a part of you. And we both felt his destruction, but he has always been a master of deceit. We had to be sure that he wasn't lingering in your mind, hidden, waiting to come out only in the most dire circumstances. Now, we are sure.
You tried to kill me and now you expect me to trust you. Just like that.
I know it's hard to believe, but we're all on the same side.
We can't risk saying more here. Let's travel to your base on Odessen. It should be safe for us to talk there.
About what?
The final, gruesome weapon of Tenebrae.
Because the Emperor is never truly done, no matter how far in the story we progress, he always seems to find some way to hold on.
What a mess.
I have removed all compromised components. Where shall we begin repairs?
Checking the failsafe is always first. Empress Asina had us double the explosive charges after the Osis mission. It was a real pain to hook up.
Yes, I examined the device after removing it. Highly complex.
You removed it? What are you thinking?
It was rendered inoperable due to damage. Replacement is required. Interestingly, it was the only damage not caused by crushing impacts. The exterior perimeter was actually cut by a high-heat implement.
Oh no.
Give me the droid. And a ship.
Well, Darth Malgus is free of Empress Asina's control. New tactical. Rapid response, grieves of the final breath, and the entertainer. All of them are not as good as what we've got, so. It's not a bad tactical, but the healing one that we have has saved us in quite a few binds, so I think we're going to leave the healing tactical. Really not interested in these extra side things. It's to boost the Empire's hold on those worlds, and I mean, eventually, sure. But right now, while there's still actual content to do, we should stick with that. So now we need to head for a Descent. You would think that they would have given me the new title Keeper to go along with what I did. I guess not. So, let's go meet with those two on a Descent.
We're here. Now tell me what this is all about.
As I told you on Viken Space Dock, Tenebray's last gruesome weapon. He sought immortality, but only his endless spite survives now. I was his most powerful servant once, his wrath. But I learned of his true nature and plotted his downfall for centuries. Ultimately, I saw what had to be done, and betrayed my empire in order to destroy its creator. That is how I came to fight alongside Kira.
We fought the Emperor's servants constantly for years. We even thought we'd beaten him alongside my master. Then Yavin 4 happened. And Valkorion.
I received guidance from an old ally. Instead of seeking out our enemy in his current shell, you, as it turns out, we sought a different target. Tenebray hid his original body where no one could harm it. As long as that body remained in stasis, the galaxy's greatest evil could never truly be killed.
Unless we destroyed Tenebray, the fight against Valkorion would never really be over.
Since Valkorion is gone, I assume you succeeded.
We did. As we later learned, we destroyed his first body just as you purged the last vestige of his twisted spirit from your mind. That is when his final weapon was unleashed. A Sith ritual, carved into his very flesh, unleashed an ancient plague from every molecule of his decaying corpse.
We were both knocked out cold, comatose for more than a year. Satil Shan was the one who finally pulled us out of that nightmare, and started a new one.
Like you, Kira and I have both been vessels for a portion of Tenebray's power. It acted as a sort of vaccine. But Satil had no such protection, nor did any of her followers. Within days, they were all laid low, trapped in a nightmarish slumber. In helping us, they are knowingly doomed themselves.
What does any of this have to do with me?
The infection is worsening. There is a darkness growing among the afflicted.
There's always a growing
We can
darkness.
feel
Get
their
to the
minds
point.
connecting, communicating. We're afraid they might be merging somehow.
Merging into what? Another Valkorion? Is this plague bringing him back somehow?
It's too early to make that conclusion. Whatever it is immensely dangerous. We must stop it.
How?
We loaded Satil and all of her followers onto a transport to keep them quarantined, along with a few med droids to tend to them. The transport is programmed to fly a random course through unsettled sectors of the Outer Rim, all weeks away from civilization. I can send a signal to alter the course, bring it to another empty system that's closer so that we can meet it in a shuttle.
We board the ship and connect our minds with yours through the Force. Together, we will face this entity and purge it from existence. And if we cannot purge it, then we destroy the transport and hope we've ended the old monster's schemes forever.
Send the signal. If what you say is true, this thing could be getting stronger by the minute.
I'll send the signal right away. It's gonna take a while for the transport to come back into range.
Then we should stay here until it does. If you require any assistance in the meantime, don't hesitate to ask.
Not so fast. I'm not fighting the Republic or the Jedi, so if that's what you want, definitely hesitate to ask.
Ignore her. If necessary, I can slay enough of your enemies for both of us.
Ugh.
She grows on you. Eventually.
Alright, the task at hand.
Commander, looks like our new friends from the Hand have just entered orbit. I'll get them cleared to land right away.
Keeper, I am Darth Rivix. I believe the Empress told you to expect me.
You'll be the Hand's liaison to the rest of the Empire?
Precisely. Competition for the role was heated, as I'm sure you can imagine. I am proud to have stood above all others. I'll have my shuttle bring me to the surface directly. I always prefer speaking in person.
Guess that way there's no record of the conversations.
Face to face at last. Your hollow does you no justice, my friend.
You're not so bad yourself, Lord Rivix.
Just bad enough, I hope. Permit me to be direct. My duty as liaison is to facilitate your operations as best I can. My success is judged by your success. I will not profit from obstructing or undermining you. Much as I savor them, deception and manipulation are not among my objectives here. I will relate my Empress's desires to you and your accomplishments to her. Anything you require of the Empire's resources, I will obtain. I shall be your ally, your spokesman, and I hope your confidant. You have my vow on it.
I look forward to working together.
As do I. Now, if I may impose upon you a bit more before we delve into official matters, I would love a tour of your base. The stories I've heard.
Of course, I'll show you around myself.
Wonderful. Lead the way.
Our military wing. Commodore Pardax commands our fleet and ground forces.
Your soldiers come with the highest recommendation. To overcome the forces of Zakul, where so many others failed, they must be magnificently deadly. A pity to have lost the Eternal Fleet. But victory will be ours regardless.
Yes, it will, but it is a pity that we lost the fleet. I agree 100% on that.
We can't do everything on our own. We need more people or better equipment.
Our Force Enclave.
Other Sith may find it unorthodox that your Force users do not rank above you or the rest of your personnel. But, as the Hand, that is your prerogative.
With the number of Force users that we've killed, I don't think having them rank above me would be necessary. Just saying.
Our science labs. Dr. Ogorob leads our research teams.
A hot scientist. The reports were true. It's wonderful to meet you, Dr. Ogorob.
You must be Darth Rivix. I cannot thank you enough for the wealth of materials you forwarded. Targeted viral pathogens, cross-species manipulation of cerebrocortical structures. Truly fascinating research.
Thrilled to oblige.
Now we just have to go to logistics, the cantina, and the landing area.
Our underworld trading experts. You've already spoken with Hilo Viz.
Your integration of otherwise criminal activities and personnel is truly innovative. Where others see risk, you see opportunity.
My crews appreciate those free fly codes. Never had smoother sailing in Imperial territories.
Of course, whatever aids the Hand, aids the Empire. This view is magnificent. You have so much to be proud of.
The cantina. Care for a drink?
Not at the moment, but I would love to share one later. I'm very impressed. You must be quite proud of what you've achieved here.
I am. Ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Not much point in going to the throne room when there's no throne anymore.
The destruction of the Meridian complex on Corellia continues to accelerate our war efforts. We've won decisive victories in the Bormir, Atravis, and Anoat sectors. The Republic is reeling. Perfect conditions for the Hand to press the advantage.
The Republic will fall. It's only a matter of time.
With your leadership, it cannot be otherwise. We are solidifying supply lines and secure communications between Odessen and the rest of Imperial space. A full detachment of Imperial troops is already en route to serve at your command. Assault troops, security personnel, patrol ships, and so on. Now then, there is one other matter that needs your attention as we spin up the Hand's day-to-day operations. As promised, all covert operations personnel and assets have been transferred to your oversight. Darth Zarian has been uncharacteristically cooperative. Upon investigation, I have identified 5 operatives transferred to your control who are, in fact, Zarian's personal agents. These operatives were sent to spy on us, not our enemies. How shall we deal with them?
Execute them all. Let's send a clear message to Zarian, and anyone else who thinks they can interfere in our operations.
Delicious. I'll see it done. I believe that concludes our business for the day. Do you require anything else?
Any word on Darth Malgus? I haven't seen him since Corellia.
You are not alone in that. No one has seen him since the battle. It's all rather mysterious. Perhaps he was more badly injured than anyone knows. Or perhaps he's gone rogue again. But surely that's not possible.
Even if he has, we'll just put him down again.
I will not return. I will not return. I will not.
Once again, your vital signs have elevated far beyond ideal values. I am concerned that these episodes pose a risk of permanent damage.
Then stop them.
I have already removed all physical modifications related to your loyalty assurance protocols. These hallucinations are the result of psychological manipulation. To correct such potent mental conditioning is beyond my program's scope of practice. Honestly, I am unaware of any technique capable of editing the pathways of your mind so extensively.
Imperial science, what can we say?
I have heard of one possibility. Set course for Dantooine.
We've waited too long as it is. Something is wrong. I'm sure of it.
Smashing up the place isn't gonna solve anything. We'll find the ship.
Especially since it's not yours to smash.
It's gonna be all right.
I take it there's no sign of the transport with Satil and her followers.
Nothing! It isn't responding to our signals. And we've already checked the next scheduled stop. No sign.
Which leaves just about 200 or 300 systems to search.
There must be another way!
You need to calm down. Now.
Go easy on him. It's been hundreds of years since he felt real emotions. He's a bit out of practice. All we can do is start searching from the ship's last known coordinates, which, for us, could take forever. So we get an expert.
T7.
We'll send T7 out with an escort and all the probe droids we can find. They'll cover more ground and sort through sensor readings faster than we ever could. T7 works his astromech magic, crunches the probe data to pick up a trail, and we find our missing ship in a matter of days or weeks, instead of years.
What are we waiting for? Get it done.
Your house, your probe droids. Just seemed polite to ask first. That's everything settled then. As soon as we get coordinates, you'll be the first to know. Don't worry, your furniture's safe. He'll calm down in a bit.
You don't demand anything, Jakaya. Certainly not from him.
If you're risking your life out there, I'll demand what the clan requires.
What's going on?
It seems I'm a child in need of a parent.
You're Mandalore, the Avenger. You have responsibilities to all of us.
So you often tell me.
Who's this?
Jakaya Ordo. One of my best. He managed to avoid my notice for too long, but now I've put him to work. Though I'm having second thoughts.
I would gladly go back to being an unknown, Great Mandalore. I prefer the talk of warriors to the endless jabbering of politics.
The curse of being skilled at both, you old rancor.
So you're the one. Not sure if I should call you Commander.
Not necessary. The need for a commander is done.
Understood. I like to be clear on these things. Helps me get your measure. The fact is, Keeper, I only know your reputation. I don't know you. It's my job to take a hard look at anyone this close to Mandalore. As for spies, they're hard to trust. Anyone that can start a war without firing a shot, well, but that takes a keen mind and a lot of guts. You'll need both to stand with Mandalore.
Do you always speak this plainly to Mandalore?
I speak my mind, that's all. She's had a dozen occasions to stick a knife in my ribs for insubordination, but I'm still here. Bootlickers are only good for licking boots.
So, what happens now?
I've seen your face, looked into your eyes. That's what I wanted.
Satisfied?
For now.
Good. I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Some clan grumbling to track down. More than the usual complaints. Ras and I will check into it. Jakaya out.
Ras?
His brother. They're a family of Mandalorians. Lost a sister a few years back.
Something wrong?
That's the first time he's mentioned a clan issue. He oversees a lot of the day-to-day details without a word.
Let Jakaya find out more. If he's one of your best, trust him to do his job.
You're right. It's hard to sit back. But he's better at rooting out trouble. He kept an assassin's knife out of my gut more than once. You're a leader. How would you deal with unrest in the ranks?
Division makes all of you vulnerable. That could cost lives.
You have more in common with Jakaya than I thought. He demands order. Without it, he says you have a mob instead of allies. Well, looks like I've got reports to review on escort missions we've been overseeing. Jakaya snuck them into the transmission. Sneaky Chakar.
I'll leave you to it.
Checking in with the Avenger.
Did you learn anything from the clans?
Nothing I haven't mentioned before. A lot of heated words. Some are saying Mandalorians are just glorified couriers.
Still unable to see past their next fight. All tactics and no strategy.
However restless you are in the position, Mandalore, you sound like a leader.
I sound angry. My blaster is still a better negotiator than I will ever be. What about the escort runs?
Silence. But only a fool would believe they haven't heard something.
What happened?
Some of the cargo ships we were looking after ran into trouble. Mostly scouts sniffing around. But one exchanged fire. We've been looking into it.
Jakaya?
Keeper, we meet again. I've been keeping an eye on you.
And?
Mandalore was right to stand by your side.
I do what I can.
Modesty.
Tell me more about these cargo runs. Who would attack Mandalorian ships?
That's the real question. They're well-equipped and they know our methods.
This can't continue. Any hint of weakness and you'll waste time fending off anyone with a blaster.
I agree. Whatever's going on, it must stop.
Any leads?
It's not bandits. It's not even a cartel looking to make a mark. This feels different. Like they're testing our defenses. I know you object, Mandalore, but we must look closer to home.
I don't object. I just want to be sure. Would some of the clans really go that far?
I'm not ruling it out. Like I said, there were some heated words.
The Mandalorians have a long history of fighting each other.
It's in our blood. We should have clamped down harder on the clans when we had the chance. The wound has festered.
No, Mandalorians aren't droids. We're best when we don't have some restraining bolt on our neck, even if it costs us.
It's much harder to clean up a mess than prevent it.
First Jakaya, and now you? You think Mandalorians need a nursemaid?
No, just a reminder of what's best for everyone.
I recall when leading was about being the strongest. Things have gotten complicated. But enough talk. Our agreements must continue. We gave our word those cargo transports would be safe.
Understood, Mandalore. I'll see if I can draw the enemy out. Can't fight what we can't see. If I'm lucky, I'll make them mad enough to come out and play. Jakaya out.
I'd prefer a fight to all this sneaking about.
If you uncover any new leads, pass them along.
Count on it.
And now we begin Echoes of Oblivion. We'll get the briefing out of the way, and then that will be where we will conclude for today.
T7, you found the ship with Satil Shan and her students.
Finally. Great work.
We need those coordinates now. There isn't a moment to spare.
Hit them with everything you've got. Destroy them.
We need to get there now. The servants have found their master.
The servants? I can't believe there are any of them left.
The servants?
They're the Sith Emperor's worst fanatics. They don't even have names, just Servant 1, Servant 2, and so on.
Former hand.
Each time we think we've killed the last of them, more always appear.
We have to get moving. If the servants are involved, this is even worse than we thought.
I'll call in everyone we have. We'll wipe them out. Every last one.
No. If Tenebrae has truly cheated death yet again, anyone we take with us is another potential puppet for him to dominate.
We can't risk taking anyone else. They won't be able to resist the Emperor's control like we can. I'll get a shuttle prepped. Meet me as soon as you're ready. One way or another, this ends today.
Funny how we say that every single time, and he still manages to regret it again. Alright, that is where we are going to conclude for today. I hope that you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you next time.